Hello and welcome to the lecture on exercise section. So let's build one web page. Okay, and we will gonna create this web page from a website. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna hit over to HuffPost. Okay, this is a famous site for the news, right? We will pick one of the article from this site, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the same HTML page using the tags that we have learned. We haven't learned everything about HTML. We haven't even learned about CSS. So whatever we have learned so far, we'll try to match that output with the output that HuffPost have. Okay, so we'll head over to food and drink, style and beauty. We go to food and drink, and we can pick any of the articles here. Okay, let's pick the ingredient one. Okay, so let's make this page. Okay, so you can see the page has an heading. This could be a subheading, then some text here, then there's an image here. We haven't learned how to embed the image, so we'll not embed the image. Obviously there is some text and there is an hyperlink, and also okay, so we have ingredients, so we have unordered list and we have ordered list, right? So this is a perfect example for us. We have unordered list, ordered list, and we have some bolds here, and then we have some headings also over here, right? So this could be a good example for you to learn how to create a web page, but we will not able to create exactly like this because we haven't learned about CSS. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove styling from this page so that we can see only the HTML tags. How are you going to do that? Right click on it, say inspect, then go find the style sheet for this. What is a style sheet? Style sheet is nothing but applying the colors, increasing the font, increasing the spacing between the text and all those things. So all the style sheet will be found under head section, and we're going to find the styles. Okay, there's a style here. So this style we will learn in the next section. So if I delete this, let's try to delete and see what happens. Okay, so the styling has been removed from this page. So now we are left over with the plain old HTML. Okay, so if you go and browse the page, yeah, so we are able to see the page now. Okay, and this page is plain old HTML, right? There is no styling attached to it. It's just simple, plain and simple text that has been shown here, right? And this is HTML text, right? It has the bolds and it has the headers, then it has this italics, then it has the unordered list and the ordered list. So we'll try to use these things and we will try to create the same page as it is available here. All right, so let's go ahead and create this page. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it to the here so that I can copy paste the text. Okay, this is the heading and this is the subheading. We can actually open this another page so we can see what is the heading and the subheading looks like. Okay, so we'll go ahead and create a folder called newspaper. Okay, and then I'm going to create a file called newspaper.txt.html. okay, let's open this up in the brackets, open up our boilerplate, copy this, then we paste it here. Okay, and then we will call it as HuffPost. Okay, so let's start creating this page. Okay, how I want to see the output? I want to see an output something similar to what we are seeing in the HTML. Okay, but in a nicer way, of course. We want to have some text, some links, and then we want to have some ingredient directions and all those things. Okay, so observe how I'm trying to match this text inside the tags. Okay, so let's understand how I'm going to do that. So first thing we have to do is we have to copy this heading, and then we'll place it in the h1 tag. Okay, before that, in the h1 I want to say this is HuffPost, and under the foods and drink section Okay, and we'll copy this URL and we will place it as a comment. So you know how to write a comment. Okay, so we have our heading. Let's write a line. Okay, and we can even see the output as I'm writing. Okay, so we have our heading. We can remove off post and we can say foots and rings section. Then we have our horizontal line. Then we can have an h2 which we can copy and paste it here. Okay, so we have our h1 tag and h2 tag. Okay, then I want to have an h3 tag as well. Okay, and then we're going to add this text, and you see it's italics here, right? So we're going to put I here, right? So we have the italics, we have the heading 3, heading 2 and heading 3. Then we want to add this by Kaylee page, and you see there's some space here, so we can add that space with the BR, right? And then we can add the paragraph. Okay, the name of the author is in strong. So we can add the strong here, and you can observe that it's become the bold now. All right, so once you have that, so let's add the text, that's the content for us. Okay, and here we want to have the heirloom tomatoes as the hyperlink. So we say href hash, as of now point to nothing. All right, so let's look at it. Okay, so we have our text here. Okay, we can remove this BR, right, and we can put it here. Okay, looks better now, right? Then on bottom of it, let's try to write the article, right? This article starts from here, right? This is basically the heading, then there's a subheading, then they have this subheading maybe in the bold, and then they have the unordered list. So let's try to create this. Okay, so for this I'm going to use section. Okay, inside the section we have article. Okay, and in the article I'm gonna say heading first. I'm gonna have header, then I'm gonna have paragraphs, then I'm gonna have footer, right? So this will be my one article. So that's how my article is gonna look like, and I'm gonna remove the heading and paragraph. Okay, so let's add the footer link. Footer link, what we can do is we can write an href and we can include this link to this article, right? And we can say target is blank, and we can say read more. Okay, and how it's going to look like, it's going to look something like this. So you'll have a read more. When you click, it will go to the new page. So we have deal with the footer now. Let's deal with the header now. So header, we can add this as an h1 tag for that article. Right, so we should have our heading now, right? And then we will add the ordered and unordered and ordered list. So for that, next we have a subheading for that. That's nothing but this one. So we can make it italics. All right, so it's look like this. Then we will add our unordered list. So ul li, so we add 3 points, and we go it here, we just copy paste things here. Okay. All right, so we have that. Then next is we can add ingredients. That's basically this one. So what we can do, we can add a paragraph and we can add strong to it, right? So you here your ingredient and then your unordered list. Okay, similarly we can copy paste this, and then we can go and say directions, right? All right, so we have our directions, then we just copy paste the directions and we are almost close to completing the page. Okay, so let's add the second direction. That's a lengthy page, so we'll delete this item, right? All right, so I believe the page is ready by now. We just do a refresh. Okay, so if you look at the page that we have it here, it looks exactly the same, right? Just forget about the colors here because that will come up from CSS. Just look at how you are able to structure your HTML page, right? You are able to structure the headings, you are able to italics the font, you are able to add some spacing, create a paragraph, then add the unordered list, then the ordered list. Okay, and it's basically look exactly the same that we have it here without the CSS. Okay, we haven't learned how to embed image. We can actually download this image and just embed right over here. Okay, that will be learning in the next section, how to embed things like video, image, audio and everything. So as of now, you can take any of the article and try to see whether you are able to create the same page or not. Okay, the only thing that you know is the tags. You know what are heading tags, paragraph tags, how to create links, how to navigate to another page, how to italics, how to add strong bullet points. So look in all those things and try to look at any of the page and then convert that page into your own HTML page and see whether you can match the output or not. All right, so if I'm gonna head over to the page where there is no CSS, you see it's exactly the same that we have created. Okay, well, that's the exercise on the newspaper. You can take any newspaper or any article from the web, go to Yahoo News or Google News, or you can go to any of the famous news sites that you go. Take an article, remove their style sheet. How to remove the style sheet? You have to go to inspect mode. Try to go to head section. Let me open this up. Okay, try to go to the head section and then you will find something called a style. Okay, this is script and style. So whatever style that you see, you can go ahead and delete it. Delete element and see whether it's removed or not. If it's not removed, you keep on deleting all the styles that they have. Okay, here's one style, so I'll delete this. Okay, so this break up the style. So remove the style, leave it only with the HTML code. Now you have the HTML, so try to match the HTML because that is what you have learned so far. All right, so do this exercise and have some fun with HTML. Okay, so that's the exercise on newspaper, and I'll see you in the next one.